Hello everyone, in this episode we will travel to Porto in Portugal. And we start as usual with the train journey from Malmö to Copenhagen airport, which takes approximately 35 minutes. After a quick check-in in the business counter, we headed to the fast track, which is included when you fly in SAS Plus and business. Just around the corner from the security point, we have the SAS lounge. It's divided in two parts, one upper level that are dedicated to SAS Gold members and Star Lions, and the lower floor is for SAS Plus. During these morning hours, they serve a lighter breakfast buffet with something to eat and of course something to drink. The options of alcohol beverages is somewhat limited, but who needs that at 7 o'clock in the morning? If you are a business traveler, you have a really nice area for working and check some emails. We have a nice view over the terminal, unfortunately not so much view over the tarmac and the aircrafts. If you fly out of Schengen, you have the border control just outside the lounge. After a nice breakfast, it was time to heading to the gate and board for this leg the aircraft, which is an Canadair license built by Mitsubishi, which will take us down to Geneve. The legroom here in row number 1 was really good, and I don't see the problem with put my carry-on luggage in the overhead bin during start and landing. After a quick taxiing, we lifted off and set the course south, bound for Geneva. As soon as we reached cruising altitude, we were served a really nice light lunch by the cabin crew, and of course the traditional chocolate afterwards. When you fly in SAS Plus, you will be served a lighter meal during the European flights, and also choose from the snack menu that you have in the seat pocket in front of you. And when you fly in SAS Economy, you have complimentary coffee and tea and water during the flight, and you can purchase lighter meals from the menu card. After a really nice flight, we arrived to Geneva. It was the first time I visited this airport, so it will be really interesting to visit their Swiss lounge.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Geneva. For safety reasons, please keep your seatbelt fastened, keep your seat back and table in the upright position. The aisles in the emergency exit free of cabin luggage until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off.
Our parking was in one of the satellite gates that are a remote stand but with a small terminal that connects you to the main building. After 5 minutes walk, we were up in the Swiss lounge. It was one of the smallest lounge I ever visit, but they had something to eat, both hot and cold, and beverages of different kinds. The view from the lounge was non-existent, so we enjoyed some beverages and had a little wine tasting by ourselves before it was time to head for the gate for our next flight, further on to Porto. The boarding process was very easy, and they started off with us as premium guests. And the aircraft for this flight was this Airbus 320. We only had 2 rows of business class on this flight, and we sat on row number 1. As we always do, and you also should do, is read the safety card in front of you. After quick boarding, it was time to push back. Once airborne, it was time to fold up the tray table to prepare for the service. When you fly in business with top Portuguese airlines, you have the middle seat blocked to your comfort and more space. One feature I never seen on an aircraft flying in Europe is this adjustable headrest you normally have on long-haul flights. One funny thing was that the curtain only was in the aisle that divides business class from economy. The legroom at row number 1 was good as expected. When we reached cruising altitude, we were served a really nice light lounge and nice beverages. We really like the china that they use on top. That they use the retro logo on their coffee cups was one design thing that we really appreciated. Soon it was time to descend to Porto. We did a nice turn over the Atlantic Sea before the final approach to Porto.
Aconselhamos precaução na abertura das bagageiras. Confie bem que levam toda a bagagem de mão e objetos pessoais. Agradecemos a vossa preferência em voar com a TAP Portugal, membro da Star Alliance, e esperamos voltar a vê-los em breve a bordo dos nossos aviões. Muito obrigada e boa tarde.
I must say that the business product on board this flight was really enjoyable. Our cabin manager was just lovely on this flight. He catered to our wishes without we had to tell him what we wished for. After we collected our bags, we took the taxi to our hotel that took about 20 minutes. We hope you enjoyed this little journey with us and looking forward to see you again.